Hey there, this is Troy Baker, and this is a piece of Schmidt.
All right, Wes, what's your topic? I think we covered April Fools.
Mm-hmm. My topic is also yesterday. Nintendo did their Nintendo Direct for the month, and so they talk about all their big news, what they're doing.
Let's cover the whole Nintendo Direct.
All right, so what I can remember, they announced the release date for the next wave of Amiibos,
which is what?
It's like March or May 28th, I think. I'd have to double check that one.
It's not March. So.
May.
Yeah,
May.
March's over.
Well, I don't remember if it's the 28th or not, but
May-ish.
and I told you that because I know you're going to have fun hunting these down, 3 of them are exclusives to various stores.
Yeah.
They talked about the new Fire Emblem game coming out, having 4 price points.
Really? Why?
What?
I didn't read that. I didn't read why. I just was skimming what I could see today while at work.
Okay. Just so you know, this topic is just going to be clear Nintendo, because I want to cover the NX, I want to cover all that stuff.
So the NX, a console that we know absolutely nothing about.
And you can pre-order it.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Piece of advice, if you don't know anything about it, don't pre-order it.
Right, exactly.
I just bought my
There's
Wii
an
U like
article-
2 weeks ago.
I bought mine maybe 6 months ago.
What, your Wii U?
Yeah. And then the other biggest thing they announced was the release date for Smash Brothers, release date for Mewtwo. The next character they're making, which is they're bringing back Lucas.
Is that gonna be DLC that you pay for, or what?
So if you bought the 3DS and the Wii U version and registered both of them,
Okay.
you can get the character for free.
Okay.
But not if you're going to pay like
Thank God.
$4. Or they took up $4.
Oh, okay. Still, that's a lot for a fucking couple pixels. It should, a character in a game.
Mm-hmm.
So, what? You design the character, you draw it, which for those people at Nintendo probably doesn't take very long.
Design all the moves.
That's what I'm saying. So then you have the animation.
They might add a stage too.
$4? No, that seems like
For how many? 2 characters or
one?
One?
One.
Yeah, that's a lot for a character.
Oh, it's not worse than buying horse armor in Oblivion.
I'm sure they'll bundle it out with like a bunch of characters that they release.
Maybe.
And then the third character, the third one, my favorite part of the whole Nintendo Direct is that they put the little petition online where you can actually try and get a character of your choice into Smash Brothers.
Into Smash Bros. Or as an amiibo?
Smash Brothers.
Oh, see, I misheard you. I thought you could make them as an amiibo.
Oh no, like it's put these characters in Smash.
Although
Okay.
Nintendo listening, custom amiibos.
Yeah.
And they said, but the couple things they said, like you can put in literally anyone you want. Like I said, I think I've seen people vote for Alex Trebek. And
So you can actually create one and then people vote on them.
well, no, you go to their website. It asks what character you want in, what game he is from, and then why. And then they're just going to tally it up and go from there.
What game is Trebek from? Like a Jeopardy game?
Jeopardy.
You know,
There's a Jeopardy game.
There's a couple.
There is, yeah.
But I don't think they have Alex Trebek in it, do they?
He's on the cover of it, yeah.
Well, to be fair, like people are also doing like I told you, Hideo Kojima, and
That's
the reason he doesn't have a job right now.
Yeah, give him something. What studio does that mean that he left Silent Hill too?
So I was talking to Wes at work on this. I think it was Wes about this, but is he going to get taken off of Silent Hill? Because I thought development wasn't Konami. I thought development was Kojima's studio.
That's what I thought too.
And is being published by Konami.
Yeah. Do you know about that at all?
I do not know.
PT.
I know PT, but I didn't.
That's Silent Hills.
Yeah.
And then Kojima and Guillermo are making Silent Hills, or at least they got their names put on it. And now Kojima left Konami.
He's leaving Konami.
Leaving. Yeah, he hasn't left yet, but.
But doesn't he have his own studio that's left
That's
Konami?
what I think, the Foxhound Studio, right? Or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah, you'd have to look.
Because they actually did an article recently how they're taking the Foxhound logo off of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Are you guys gonna play Metal Gear Solid 5?
I might. I appreciate the games. I've just never been a big fan of them. Partly, I never had a Sony system for the longest time, and I hate games where you mostly sneak.
Really?
I'm bad at them. I get impatient. And I'm like,
I do like
screw it,
I
Rambo,
love sneaking.
and then all of a sudden you can't Rambo in some of these games.
I have like a love-hate relationship with stealth games. I like start stealth, like halfway through it, and then I just like, nah, screw this. Just go
Right.
guns blazing.
Like, he's like, okay, I can do this. I can sneak up. God, this is taking forever. It's like when I play Skyrim, I really am not a good part of the Thieves Guild. I want to murder everyone.
That's how it is in Skyrim. Creating a character, okay, this guy's gonna be my like sneaking assassin, marksman
dagger,
guy.
poison, nope.
Then like third quest, I'll put on some heavy armor. Have a sword.
The armor is cool though. The thieves armor.
Yeah.
It's like leather and it.
I like if you're gonna go with the Thieves armor, just wear the Nightingale armor then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of.
I like that special armor you get towards the end. Yeah.
Did you guys actually get to the part where you go to that like rock in the woods and then it like the door opens, like their underground guild, the Thieves Guild underground? Did you get to that
where
part?
they meet the like
It's like
the,
how you get
the Night Mother goddess or whatever.
Yeah, that's the Nightingale because
Yeah.
you get the bonus, one of the 3 bonuses from her daily.
Yeah, that's a long ass side mission.
Yes, it is.
It's like a whole story.
And with that, once you complete all that, you still don't get the final achievement.
I know.
Just going back to our last topic.
Yeah. I think I have that achievement though. The one I don't have, I don't have 3 of them. Read all the books.
Oh God.
Or no, read. I think it's 50 books.
50 different books
Yeah,
though, or
I
something
think so,
stupid.
yeah.
Oh, that should be easy.
Do you
though.
get the 1,000 bounty in every hold?
Yes, which is really not that hard.
You just go murder everyone in every town and just.
Just do a few shots here and there.
Which it sucks, dude. Because I really wish I'm gonna play that game again because I switched to trophies, so I'm gonna play it on PS3.
Or wait till they announce the PS4 version.
Exactly.
You gotta play it on PC, man. All those
So
cool,
you
all
can
them
mod
cool
the hell
mods.
out of it.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I have a super modded Skyrim on my computer there, but I don't come in here very often.
Make your character look like Cloud
Yeah.
from Bob Massey.
You probably make your character look like that called Drogo.
Dude, there's a mod
You
where
can make him look like Batman. Okay, you can make Batman.
Yeah.
there's a mod that turns the moon into the moon from Majora's Mask.
That's
I still think the craziest one is Thomas the Tank Engine as
Yes.
the dragon.
I liked the one you mentioned earlier, Macho Man as the
Yeah.
dragon. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because all the noises are him like from
Exactly.
Spider-Man. He's like, Bonesaw is ready. And I'm like, that's the best thing ever.
As it's like flying over.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is it like works with the head too, but it
Yeah.
like doesn't have full motion, so it'll just like look at you really quick and then like look away.
That makes it even creepier.
That was one of the first mods that I ever saw for Skyrim for that
The
one.
Macho Man. Just like all the Dragon mods.
And it was right after he died. Yeah, so it was the perfect tribute.
Definitely.
Immortalized as a dragon in Skyrim.
Pour some out for Macho Man.
You did the bone saw is ready. So good. Yeah. Ready? Oh man.
But part of my question is, who would you add to Smash Brothers? Who would you? Okay, so who would you actually? Who do you think Nintendo would actually add? And then like your dream character, because like the big petition right now is to add Goku, and I'm guaranteeing you that's never going to happen. That's so many rights Nintendo has to go through. Although to be fair, they could just keep throwing money at them until they say, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like the one I actually want that I think Nintendo could do really well would be Rayman.
Yeah?
I mean, this trophy's in the game already.
Mm.
I think he'd make a fun character.
I've never been a Rayman fan, but I can see it. What about like Spyro or something?
Spyro or Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog Spyro or Activision Spyro?
Good Spyro.
So Naughty Dog.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost think, especially when Duck Hunt Dog in there, Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie works so well, but
Yeah. Or
That-
Conquer.
yeah, but big problem. Yes, but big problem with both of those, you have to pay Microsoft,
Yeah.
and they don't need money.
What about Glover from the N64?
Danny?
His name would have to be I'm
Donald.
getting too old.
No, it would be Danny Glover from Angels in the Outfield.
Wow.
So his taunt would be
in his coach's uniform.
When the Angels win the pennant. That's a good movie. I don't care who you are. That's a good movie.
Oh man, those was that a Disney movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. They made
Angels in the End Zone.
Did they?
Oh, did
Is
they?
that a-
I was
is that a
thinking of the
movie?
basketball one, but I don't think they did. They did the football one.
Airbud? No.
Oh god.
Airbud was basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like 5 million sequels to that film.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He gets into space.
And let's see, then he has puppies that get superpowers, save Santa Claus, go into space,
And talk.
and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and now they have one that's
Did
a
everybody
wrestling
talk?
one.
No.
No,
He was
Everybody
just
does
good at basketball.
He just somehow could play
that. And
basketball.
football.
And football at one
Yeah.
point. Yep.
Did he catch it with his mouth or his hands? Like the football?
With his mouth.
Mouth.
Or his
Yeah.
paws? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know want that.
Yeah,
to be
you're
like,
like too unrealistic and go like this.
I love when like Saturday Night Live does that, or something like where you have to like throw a doll where a human should be, and you just see like the. That's what it would be. It would be a dog with a football in his hands, like.
Speaking of SNL, side note, did anyone see the clip from last week's one with the new live action Bambi?
Yes. Who was playing him?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vin Diesel
Bambi
is
with a
tougher.
vengeance. That was good.
I like Vin Diesel's character. He's like, my name's Thumper. I like the thumb. Whoever played Vin Diesel in that got his voice perfect.
Oh, something cool that I saw at Comic-Con, I don't know if you guys know, or have heard of it, because I hadn't, and I totally passed them by, and was like, oh yeah, that's funny, haha. And then I found them on YouTube, and they have like 4 million followers or whatever. How It Should Have Ended. Have you seen this?
Oh, I've seen many. How You Should Have Ended.
Yeah. I'd never heard of them.
Really?
Never heard of them. And they were like, I was like, is this a comic? What is this? And he's like, no, it's a YouTube series. I was like, oh, okay.
There's a lot of them.
I know.
How many have you gone through so far?
Like how Batman should have
20.
ended, how Lord of the Rings should have ended.
Yeah. There's one where I can't remember, somebody in Batman is arguing. Oh, it's How Guardians Should Have Ended.
Mm-hmm.
And they all end up at a diner, and like Batman's there, and it's Baby Groot, and he's like, I'm Groot, and he's like, I'm Batman. I'm Groot. It's super funny.
I like how I think on the same channel there's like a superhero cafe, which is like their spin-off of How It Should Have Ended, and it's just like Batman and Superman like just chillaxing and talking crap about Marvel movies mostly.
Yeah, it was really funny. And now I super regret like I didn't get to meet the guy who made it.
It's crazy to me that you just discovered that. That's been around forever.
And no one's ever brought it to me like, hey, have you heard of this before? Never even heard of it.
To be fair, I'm in the same boat too. I thought you would have seen that already.
Nothing. Who would you like to be in Smash Bros?
Who do you think they
Or
could-
an amiibo?
Or an amiibo.
Like I said, my first choice Glover. You never played Glover on the N64?
I remember Glover.
Yes.
I played
I still
Pepsi
like
Man
Glover.
on the PS2 as well.
His special move could be throwing the ball.
Gex.
Gex.
That would be cool.
Oh, who owns Sly?
Sly Cooper?
Sony.
Sly Cooper.
That's Sony.
That's Sony? No, okay.
I think
Sly's
he was
actually in the game
Battlestar.
too. Yeah, he's in
Or the-
Battlestars.
Not
Or All-Star Battle
All-Stars.
Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Battlestar Glover.
Yeah.
Sly Cooper.
I don't
Cylons?
know
You want Cylons? Then now have you.
Slylons.
Oh, that was terrible and you should feel that.
I won that one.
There you go.
Pun off. I think it would be cool to have Disney princesses. That would be awesome. Like Belle versus Snow White.
Who's the most badass Disney princess?
Mulan.
There you go.
She's a warrior.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
There's also a black one now, though.
Mulan.
No, because the
She has a dragon.
a weak little baby dragon.
And the
It's
lucky
like Harley,
Okay,
my
fine.
top dragon.
Okay, fine. It has the lucky cricket that can never die.
She can shoot arrows, swing
Yeah.
swords. She took down.
Are you just
the
singing a
Huns.
song now?
I don't know.
That's the
Mulan song.
Mulan's gonna get turned into a live action film too. Bringing that.
I'm for
Oh,
it.
isn't she based like on a real Chinese story or something like that?
Slightly, I think.
It's like how Big Hero 6 is based off of a Marvel character or Marvel comic, but like not really.
It's just the same name.
Just the
and
name,
then,
yeah.
and the characters.
Yeah,
are named
because
the
I
same.
saw that in the credits. It's like based on the comic of Big Hero 6.
And then I saw the Big Hero 6 comic cover, and I'm like, these look nothing like the what I just
And
saw.
it definitely doesn't take place in San Fran, Tokyo.
Right? Yes.
That might be the greatest thing for the city.
They didn't even try to match it up.
Next to the city of Townsville.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I know what you do. Since they might put Nickelodeon characters in Smash Brothers.
Ooh.
Like Keenan and Kel.
I was thinking,
You can throw orange soda bombs.
I was thinking more like Ren and Stimpy, Invader Zim,
And
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Rocco
The turtle.
and Heifer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Filbert.
Is that his name, Filbert? Yes. He just go in his shell for his block move. His final smash would be his family of wolves. Or is that Heifer?
That's Heffa.
That's, yeah.
Heffa or Heifer?
Heffa.
Heifer?
It's Heffa?
Well, it's Heifer, but Rocco always says it Heffa.
What a weird show. I feel like that's why most of the kids from the 90s are depressed or anxious.
Because of weird shows we
weird
watch.
shows like that.
Because you had that, All Real Monsters, Rocco's Modern Life,
Yeah.
Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
Rugrats.
Plus, what's that movie with the big white dog?
Clifford.
Never Ending Story. That's a red dog.
That's a dragon, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He looks like a dog, though.
I mean, yeah, the face it looks like a dog.
He has a dog nose, right?
Yeah.
It's a dragon dog.
Yeah.
It's a drog. But when his horse dies in the swamp of sadness.
Yeah, like the horse is so sad. It's
And he's like crying with his horse. Oh my god.
That's a depressing scene.
Yeah. That's why I messed up.
And then they cut to like they do the hard
Bambi cut?
yeah, and then it's like you just see the leash or whatever.
Oh my
And then there's
god.
no horse in it.
And I'm like 5. Like I don't comprehend this.
the worst cut I've ever seen still has to go to Bambi. Because it's like right after Bambi finds his mom dead, it cuts to like happy spring music.
Yeah.
We gotta move on, right? That's what it's trying to teach life or whatever. I don't know.
Yes, when your mother gets shot, close your eyes when you wake up. It's going to be happy and singing at springtime.
You know what my favorite hard cut in a movie is?
Mm-hmm.
And this is, we're going to serious, is 2000, The Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, okay? If you remember at the beginning with the monkeys, right? How they, how they learn tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
transition.
he throws it up and then it turns into a spaceship. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's a great hard cut. It's
Yeah.
probably like the most length of time a hard cut has ever gone. Like from cavemen, like before cavemen monkeys to space travel.
That's a
Revolution.
movie I love, and I watch it. I don't actually know if I'll ever watch that film again, though. It's
2001?
I love it.
I watch it once a year.
Is that on Blu-ray? Because I think that would be
Yeah,
amazing
the
on
entire
Blu-ray.
Kublai collection.
Okay.
But it's a movie. I love it. It's a great piece of sci-fi history, but it's so boring.
Oh, see, I don't find it boring.
See,
I find it exhilarating.
The first half hour and the last half hour there's no words spoken, which I get.
know.
They're going all symbolism and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but
like what's the last chapter called? Like On to Venus or something like that?
Jupiter.
And they go through the wormhole, and then the room.
Yeah.
Where he's like old, and then he's young, and then
He's a space baby in a
then the
bubble.
monolith, yeah. So good. Like I eat that shit.
Again, I love that movie. It's a fantastic film and one of the most important pieces in sci-fi culture. It's just so hard to sit there and watch.
Well,
I've found that. I've been the only one that's like, hey, let's watch this. And people will fall off, and I'll be like...
What you do, you should watch like the special effects, the special effects features, just to see like how crazy Stanley Kubrick was.
Yeah.
And
Well, like,
he's,
doing 100 or so takes on one scene
Right,
to get
yeah.
it right.
He was insane.
He was a genius.
Yeah.
And
an
say
insane
one of-
genius. Yeah.
say
Yeah.
probably up there with the best filmmaker of all time.
Yep, he's my favorite. He did the cool thing that I've seen in special features that kind of explained it more, is most of his scenes, like 90% of his scenes were lit with a single light source. So it would be just like one light somewhere. And like in Space Odyssey, one scene, I think it's the room at the end, like the whole floor is just like a light. And it's like paneled to look like tiles, but it's just one light source.
See, now that you told me that, I kind of want to watch it again just to
There-
see all the
there-
special
there
effects
you
stuff.
go.
But again, I know once I start watching, because like the beginning is great. That first half hour is awesome.
So the monkeys
The monkeys to when he's in space, and then when he's fighting off Hal, when Hal goes crazy, that's a great scene. And then the end scene is just a mindfuck scene that's great. But then there's all those bits in the middle.
There's a really long scene when he has to turn off Hal.
Yeah.
When he climbs into the
Yeah.
computer,
He's unscrewing
basically,
stuff.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
And like when he's doing the running through or walking through the station in the circle,
Oh yeah.
that just like takes forever to get through.
When the waitress is like bringing food up.
yeah.
But it's cool. It's like da-da-da.
See, again, I love it. It's a great film, but you even have to admit some of those are horrible.
Yeah.
It's honestly
I love
it's for me the same effect as Scarface.
Yeah.
See, Scarface, great film,
Ooh,
and
I love
see a
Scarface.
couple of really great scenes in there. The ending, the chainsaw scene, the scene where he goes to Colombia, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's like just blocks of like his scenes with Michelle Pfeiffer or whatever that are just long and drawn out.
I can see that.
But again, it's a film I'm glad I've watched beginning to end. I thought it was a great film.
Yeah.
I think Kubrick is my favorite. One of my favorite films.
I want to watch Scarface again. It's good. It's such a good movie.
Oh, you're from Miami, though.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I know where that is.
Yeah.
I know you have. Have you seen The Clockwork Orange?
I have not. I've seen bits of it. But
You should read the book first.
I think I read the book in high school. I can't remember though.
Yeah.
Great
Most
book.
people have read the
Yeah.
book.
Great book.
You know what's funny about that book? It's not required reading in high school, but everybody reads it in high school somehow.
Because when you were in high school, it was told like, oh, this was a banned book for a long
Right.
time.
And they're like, do an essay. And they're like, oh, what's an interesting book to do an essay on? And everybody goes to Clockwork Orange. At least I did.
See, it wasn't in my
Really
school.
good movie, though. Really good. My favorite, like, again, like single light sources, like there's a scene where there's a bum, like, underneath a highway pass, and he's, like, sitting underneath it, and then it's about, like, a gang of, like, 4 or 5 guys.
Right.
And they come, 4 guys, yeah. So they come walking up to him, and it's just, like, one light behind him, just casting this extremely long shadow of each of them. It's just really beautiful.
That sounds like a cool scene.
It's really
and
cool.
Actually, a scene that's pretty close after that is when they go beat up that other gang.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause, like,
to
you
the, they do it in the,
like broken down building or something.
Yes,
and it's just again, it starts with the one light source. It's just the light behind all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And you just see their shadows because weren't the other game about to do something horrible to a girl?
Yes.
Yeah. And then they just come in and beat the shit out of
What's
the
his
other girl.
name? What's his name?
Oh.
His friend. Or not his friend, but his enemy. Because they have such a good back and forth, but it makes no sense
It's
unless
like-
you know how they talk.
It's his name starts with a B.
Does it?
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch that film again.
I know. It's so good, though.
But when it comes to Kubrick, my favorite story about all of Kubrick stuff comes with The Shining.
Yeah.
Because he made that film. Great film. Stephen King hates it.
Now he likes it.
Now he likes it because the version he made did kind of terrible.
Yeah, that's true.
But Stephen King absolutely hated it because
Yeah.
like he kept giving
It's very different.
he kept giving Kubrick notes and Kubrick was like, nope.
Yeah.
So the Shining that Kubrick did was
It's
like not really close to the source material of.
He had the book with him the whole
Uh-huh.
time, but where he needed to make it more Kubrickian, he would.
I'm assuming the elevator of blood scene.
That's in the book.
That's in the book.
Yeah. The biggest difference is that at the end of the book, the hotel catches on fire. At the end of the movie, it like freezes over,
Okay.
and like Jack Nicholson is like frozen.
With his Jack Nicholson face.
His crazy face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So it's different, but it's so good in its own
it
right.
is a good movie.
It
I
really
do like
is.
it. I remember watching it as a kid. It freaked me the fuck out.
How creepy is that? Like, that's way more creepy than the twins. The twins didn't bug me that much as a kid, but when that little kid and his weird voice started doing that,
Yeah.
and then he shows it in the mirror as murder, and you're like,
Your mind officially blown.
yeah. So weird, man. Everybody in that movie was really good. The black guy who's showing him around.
Yep. The
Can't remember
one
what
who
his
has the
actor's
shining
name is.
ability.
Yeah. I also like the Simpsons parody of it.
Yes, the shining.
What's that? I've never
So
seen
the
that.
Simpsons held their Halloween special. So this one, it was Mr. Burns sending them up to his cabin or his house up in the Catskill Mountains, which is, the Shining house. And so Bart is the one who has the shining, which is the equivalent of the Shining.
The Shinning?
Yeah,
Yes.
they can't say the Shining, and they actually make that joke. Don't say the Shining. We don't want to pay royalties. But Homer's the one who goes crazy. It's because Mr. Burns purposely takes all the beer and cuts the power in the TV.
That's funny.
And Groundskeeper Willie plays the role of the black guy.
I just
He's
remember
great.
my favorite part of The Shining. Jack Nicholson he's like starting to go crazy, right? And he walks into like the ballroom and it's completely empty and the bar is empty, and then he like puts his head down and then he looks up and like the bartender's there. Oh my god, so good. And then doesn't he come back later and there's actually
Yeah, the
remember
party's
that?
going on.
The party's going on, yeah.
Because then at the end when he's frozen, then you see the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now he's part of the
Right.
hotel.
So good.
All right, what else, guys? What were we talking about before? I can't remember.
Nintendo.
Yes.
You wanted to talk about Nintendo. There was
Yeah.
something you wanted to bring up.
I just wanted to talk about the NX thoughts.
How can you take pre-orders on it? you know nothing.
So
Yeah,
the
that's the
NX
thing.
is basically their new console.
It's whatever the
Yeah.
new console's going to be.
Okay.
But there's nothing.
No
There's absolutely nothing. They
release date.
they basically said, we're working on a new console, Nintendo NX.
Well, how long has the Wii U been out?
2-3 years, maybe?
3 years.
Yeah, that's about right. They do like every 5 years, right?
I think
Well, the Wii was out for more than 5 years.
so. Yeah, the Wii was like...
The GameCube had a short cycle because unless you were a hardcore Wii or GameCube fan, you didn't have one. You had the PS2 or the Xbox.
I had a GameCube for Resident Evil 4 and then it released to the PS2.
See, a lot of people had it for that, for Smash Brothers or Mario Sunshine.
So what do you think the NX is going to have?
I think it's going to be able to... So here's what I think they should do. I think they should... Because they're also... The other big news is they're closing Club Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's being changed into this other thing that's going to work with the
So I know
NX.
the last rewards are up now. You have like through April to cash them in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I don't have any, so whatever. But they should have like a... They should do the Netflix subscription. $8 a month, $10 a month, or whatever. And then you have a complete access to their library of old games from, their retro games, their arcade games, everything. And then the NX would be something that has that store on it.
So you're saying go completely away from physical?
I don't think it's going to go completely away. I think it's still going to have a tray for Wii U games and stuff like that. And I think that's it too, is it's going to be able to play Wii U games.
It will. Nintendo's always good about keeping it backwards compatible, at least one. That's why it's still...
Whether it'll play Wii games, though, I don't know.
No, because again,
those will be digital.
quite a few actually.
The Xenoblade, was that on?
Xenoblade Chronicle, the first.
Oh, they were
Xenoblade-
releasing it though, aren't they? For the 3DS.
Is the first Bayonetta on there?
No, because the first Bayonetta came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360.
It's on the Wii U though. The first one.
Yeah, if you buy the Bayonetta 2, you get Bayonetta 1. No, you've got Mario Galaxy 2.
Sunshine? No, that
That
was
was GameCube.
Skyward Sword. I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only Zelda game I haven't really played. I hate waggle controls.
Because that and Twilight Princess, I couldn't play it on the
See,
Wii.
Twilight Princess I played on the GameCube.
I wasn't smart enough back then.
Well, because you thought
I played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii for the first time.
That was awesome.
It was when I could cut them with my knife.
I remember I bought a Wii Zapper just for that game.
Did you?
Yes, that thing was awesome.
I never had.
It was
that.
pretty cool. It was with the Zelda shooting game. It was awesome. It was really good.
the Zelda crossbow game.
Yes.
The only Zelda game that came close to being as bad as the 3DO ones.
Hey man, I got to shoot up Gorons like crazy.
Murder.
NX is gonna be weird.
Oh.
I just want more information.
Sorry, Nintendo Direct did have one more thing, remembered. Super Mario 64 is now on the Wii U. You can download it from their store.
Oh, nice.
It's actually getting a really big fan base, too. Just all the old people who had it back in the day.
Oh, I would play the shit out of that.
Actually, I'm probably going to end up buying it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And everyone's remembering the one scene you could do when you go in the ice level with the penguins. You grab the baby penguin and you walk over to the cliff and you let the baby penguin go.
Oh man.
But that's an old game. That's a really old game.
Yeah.
But yet I tell you about that, and you're instantly gonna buy it because it's that good.
That's the power of Nintendo, man.
It is, man.
Like-
Their games are legit. They're the best.
when they want to be. Because
Yeah.
again, you talk Skyward Sword. I don't want to play it because I don't want waggle controls.
Yeah.
But from when I hear about it, it's really good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a really good Zelda
I
game.
mean, one of our old coworkers says it's better than Ocarina. I don't believe him, but
Oh no.
Stuff like that just seems so asinine.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even say that?
like the only game
All-
that comes close
yeah.
to being as good as Ocarina is A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me.
I have that
yeah.
on my 3DS and my Wii.
I think it all depends on what was your first Zelda game. Because in my opinion,
My
best
first
Zelda is Wind Waker because that's the first one I've ever played for real.
See, for me, that would be the original, and I'm not the biggest fan of the original. It's great, but nah.
For what it is, like it and Metroid,
Kid
for what
Icarus,
they are,
Yeah.
did so well with like the maps and stuff like that. Like they're so rudimentary, but like so far advanced from other stuff that came out around that time.
I haven't come back to it. With the first Zelda, I screwed up so bad. I spent probably the first hour of the game without the sword. I didn't go down in the cave. Like, I was like, oh, I didn't go... Like, okay, you start out there, it tells you absolutely nothing. It's like, go in the cave, go up, go left, or right. It's like, oh, let's go right.
Yeah. That, speaking of, I'm gonna... You guys haven't played Bloodborne yet, have you?
I have not.
I want to, but have not yet.
Yeah, that game does just... And I know the Dark Souls games do, too. It's my first Souls game. You know, whatever. Mm-hmm. It doesn't tell you anything at all.
Nope.
Anything.
If you need a little help, there is an item duplication glitch.
They patched it.
They already did?
Yeah.
So the guy who just beat it in 44 minutes is going to be the only one to do it because...
Yeah.
Okay, did you
hang of
install patches or anything like that?
No.
Really?
Because the game, like... Because you can't get into the menus at all. The root menus. So you can't like, oh, I don't want that patch. No. Because once you boot up the game, like on the PS4, it doesn't auto-download patches. Yeah, even if you don't have the game disc in there, it'll just auto-download the patch because you have it installed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bloodborne, is it from the creators of the Dark Souls games?
Yeah,
or?
From software.
From software.
Okay, so just as hard as those other games.
It's a little faster.
It's a little faster, a little easier. You have a gun.
Sometimes it's actually a little harder, though, because the Souls games you have a shield, and you don't have shields at all in this one.
Nope, they want you to dodge roll and shoot your gun more.
Mm-hmm.
Double May style.
I beat my first boss.
Yay!
So
cool. You're playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at my second boss.
Hey, I think beating a boss is an achievement.
Yeah. Funny enough, it is a trophy. Yeah.
But see, that trophy I get, because like, it should say, you survived level 1.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a lot of grinding, though. It's a lot of like going through the same areas and collecting souls, which are blood echoes, and then going back to this dream world, and then you cash them into experience points, and then you level up and you buy weapons, and then you go back and you do it again.
So it's an open world type game, or
there's certain parts that you can't go into, like there's levers that you can't pull because you have to like turn the power on or something like that. It's werewolfy, not medieval, but like London-y,
Victorian
like
London.
London,
Kind of.
like The Order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But much darker.
Okay.
And better.
But like one of the first major scenes is like a bonfire with a bunch of enemies around it, and like it's gigantic werewolf like hanging on a cross, like being burnt. It's super cool. It's very atmospheric. The music and like the sounds and stuff like that, it pulls you in. It's really fun to play with headphones on. It's my first game like that, and it's like they don't tell you anything at all.
So, what have your experience been with load times though upon dying?
They're hefty. They're better than some games like on the Xbox 360, like that were awful. Like Skyrim for 360 and PS3. Like it's not like that.
So that's why I'm so happy if they announce at E3 the Skyrim Fallout for PS4 version.
I want a PC load time, and I won't accept anything.
You mean like a half second? Boom.
I'm not gonna get. I'm thinking you're gonna get just because of the sheer lack of power that those systems have compared to most computers. It's gonna be but a 10-second load time. Maybe you can open doors without having to load every time. That would be nice.
Man, those were just killer. You end up playing it for 2 hours and you only like went across the way. Like I gotta go to this store and then I gotta go to my house. And it's been,
those
like,
Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. Oh man,
Going through
But still, like some of the best games ever.
Because you can do whatever you want. Like Skyrim, once you got out of the intro town, it's like, okay, go here. No, I'm going to go over there instead.
Yeah.
And die. Okay, let's go there instead.
So become a mage.
Bloodborne isn't like that because it's like streets and so you like technically you can go anywhere, but like it's you're in a city, so it's
so it all takes place in a city, not like a.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's slightly open world. You can usually go anywhere in the city.
Anywhere in the city,
but think more open world like Zelda kind of, where you can go to places, but you can't open that door yet, so
until you get this item.
Yeah,
or level.
kind of something.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
Yep. So
sad
I'm
news.
getting better at that.
Sad news. Speaking of Zelda, the Zelda that they've been working on that there was going to put up on the Wii U, they pretty much I think said they're going to scrap that and start over, most likely for the NX.
Yeah.
I thought it was just delayed. That's what I read a while ago.
Yeah, so here's the speculation. It's completely delayed. No possible release date yet. Speculation is going to come out on the new console.
How about a Wii U just for that Zelda game? When I saw it on the...
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
When I saw that trailer,
awesome.
and I'm like...
No, it's not even on the Wii U anymore. God damn it. That's stupid.
Again, they might surprise us, but you're at least 2016 until you see anything.
If
until then.
Nintendo does one thing, it's not surprise me. They do everything stupid that's like, ugh.
Like,
I
still,
knew you were
like,
gonna do that.
like, to be fair, still not having a DVD or Blu-ray player on their console.
Exactly. Like, how? You guys are just daft. Like, what are you thinking? What world are you in?
Well, to be honest, I don't even have. Well, I would like a Blu-ray player actually.
Yeah.
It's easy.
So here's the, even if you don't have a Blu-ray player, there are still a bunch of people, and we see this every day. People buying it. There's still a market for DVDs.
Yeah.
Throw a DVD player on there. It's gotta be. It's cheap enough to do. I mean, you can buy one for like $5.
See, the thing that they would do is like put like a laser disc player in the back.
Betamax.
Yeah, like you can play movies on it. Just these old ones that don't.
Or no,
make sense.
Nintendo discs. They'll bring back. Oh, we're gonna put movies on GameCube discs.
Yeah, exactly. Now you have to go buy all your movies in these if you want to watch them on the Wii.
Put the UMD drive in.
Oh God.
They just make the stupidest decisions.
And yet you love them.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
them.
They're part of my
Yes.
childhood.
I
That's
mean,
why.
to
Yeah.
be fair, the amiibos
Look at that.
realistically are awful. Besides the fact they're cool statues, they do nothing for most games.
No,
Yeah,
but they're
no,
cool,
I don't care.
So that's.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't care.
I just traded in my Infinity disc, and the guy at GameStop was like, "Do you have any of the figures? Because we take those." And I was like, "I don't want my figures. I just don't want to play the game." Yeah.
I think I have the random Nick Fury on this side. Looking at it.
Who's on these? The originals?
Yeah.
The originals
yeah.
and the Nick Fury, because I can't fit him on this one.
Well, you don't want to fit him on that side. That's your Guardian side.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's collectible too. Collectible Nick Fury and collectible Raccoon. Yeah, no, I'm a badass. Don't need to stare.
And humble, too.
Yeah, right. Let's
What was our topic?
Nintendo.
Okay, we're
also Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick and
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.